Now, it's a dark legacy of the US-led invasion of Iraq in 2003, the looting at the museum in Baghdad and ancient sites across the country. 12,000 archaeological sites were plundered in chaos that followed the fall of Saddam's government. Many of the 32,000 valuable pieces stolen will never be found. Iraq has begun the process of recovering their lost heritage through a reward system, but only 4,000 artifacts have been returned so far. Well, this week saw the return of another 700 antiquities from Syria. From Baghdad, here's Owen Fay.
This is Iraq's cultural heritage, slowly being recovered one piece at a time. At an official ceremony in Syria's National Museum in Damascus, officials hand over artifacts plundered from Iraq and now being returned.
Around 1,500 pieces had been seized. After classifying them, 700 items were found to be authentic pieces of historic value.
These are examples of thousands of years of Mesopotamian civilization. Statues, coins, manuscripts, many of them dating back 5 millennia, and all of them looted in the aftermath of the US-led invasion. Officials here are calling on their counterparts around the world to take stock and return what rightfully belongs to the Iraqi people.
Very few countries have reported stolen Iraqi artifacts. Syria and Jordan, however, were among the first to report what they found in their territories. We call on other nations to follow suit and return our treasures for Iraq to stand on its feet again.
By now, the story of the looting of the Iraqi National Museum has been told many times. The helplessness of officials to do anything to stop the plunder, while American officials stood by and watched. But even after 5 years, the efforts to recover these priceless pieces of history continue, led by a handful of dedicated curators.
I feel sorry about these pieces. More than maybe 40,000 pieces are stolen, and I know what the meaning of these pieces and how beautiful they are. So it's so hard, so bad.
But this cultural reclamation isn't just about coins and statues. Just outside the city of Hilla lie the ruins of ancient Babylon. Safeguarding this site is of paramount importance. But a place as fragile as this is no match for the realities of warfare.
The use of the city of Babylon as a military base is a big mistake. This caused extensive damage to the ancient city, especially around the edges of the city. The heavy military vehicles damaged the unexcavated parts of the city. Our antiquities are mainly built of mud and can't take the pressure of heavy military vehicles.
It took thousands of years to build this civilization, but just a few to wreck it. But now, as efforts are underway to rebuild Iraq, so too are efforts to restore this country's cultural identity. Sites are being safeguarded, museums are being opened, and artifacts are being restored, slowly, piece by piece. Owen Fay, Al Jazeera, Baghdad.
They are coming to steal the most precious books we have here, also the manuscripts and the microfilms. They are specialists. They know the value of these books.
I don't know anything.
What? To do what? Have a new building? Given to us, we don't want cement. This is culture what we lost and what they destroyed. Everybody talked about Saddam. This is Iraq. I kept telling them, this is Iraq. It's not one man. It's generations. It's history. Why are you destroying history?
During and after the 2003 U.S. invasion of Iraq, looters raided the country's government offices and also seized ancient artifacts from Iraq's museums. The museums were also vandalized after the 1991 Gulf War. And it is not known how many of Iraq's antiquities have been stolen from the country's archaeological sites. But on Monday, Iraq reclaimed a portion of its lost culture. In a ceremony at Iraq's embassy in Washington, Ambassador Samir Sumaidai took possession of more than 1,000 rare objects. Many date back to Mesopotamian times more than 4,000 years ago.
These items really...
Julie Myers is head of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
It's a very high honor on behalf of the people of the United States of America to be able to formally return over 1,000 artifacts back to the people of Iraq. After a long and treacherous journey in many cases, they are finally being returned home. These items are much more than souvenirs or art objects, even though that's somehow what the people who tried to profit from them treated them. These are part of Iraq's priceless history.
Some of the objects, including ceramic pieces and figurines, were displayed on a table at the embassy. One piece, a copper statue, came from a southern Iraq temple dedicated to a king who ruled the region during the 24th century B.C. Writing on the statue caught the eye of antiquities expert John Russell from the Massachusetts College of Art.
It says that the temple was for Inanna, the goddess of love and war, and it says that this particular statue is his personal deity, who is to pray for him in perpetuity, so that's why the statue has its arms folded like that. It is completely irreplaceable. It's a unique object.
The pieces were seized from smugglers who misrepresented their country of origin to U.S. customs officials. Many would have been put up for sale had they not been intercepted. Remnants of ancient tablets seized by the U.S. Customs Service in 2001 were salvaged from the ruins of the World Trade Center after the September 11th attacks. Before taking possession, Ambassador Sumaidai thanked U.S. officials.
We are retrieving some of the treasures of our ancestors. For this we thank the American government, and this is not only something that's important for Iraq. It is really a record of the beginnings of civilization for humanity.
The objects will be shipped to Baghdad and entrusted to its Antiquities Museum. Michael Bowman, VOA News, Washington.